New hotels are popping up all over the world, and many make it their mission to be as uniform as possible, so that guests feel at home wherever in the world they may be. However, some of the most unique new hotels are those that have a little bit of history behind them. Each of the following 11 hotels have been transformed from factories, jails, or offices. Some have kept with the theme of the building's former life, but a couple have made the space unrecognizable. Here are 11 historic buildings in which you can book a room right now. The Press Hotel in Portland, Maine. The Press Hotel used to be home to the Portland Press Herald, one of Maine's biggest newspapers. When a hotel developer bought the space in 2009, he turned it into the boutique hotel it is today. Luckily, they kept with the newspaper theme, keeping many of the building's historical elements, using furniture and decor inspired by typewriters and printing presses, and hiding playful newsroom references all around the hotel, like real Press Herald headlines, woodblock letter carvings, and carpets featuring letters in different typesettings. No Man's Fort in Portsmouth, England. Once home to hundreds of soldiers, this floating fort in the Solent, a strait that separates the Isle of Wight from mainland England, is now a super luxe hotel and spa with only 22 rooms. Dating back to the late 1800s, the former fort was built to protect Britain from a French invasion led by Napoleon III. Today, it can only be accessed by boat or helicopter. W Amsterdam in Amsterdam, Netherlands. Consisting of two buildings, this super luxe W Amsterdam is partly housed in the former National Office for Money and Telephone, and partly housed in the former KAS Bank. The latter took note from its previous occupants by adding lots of gold and diamond-like decorations, and keeping vaults on the ground floor, while the former, a brick and concrete structure from 1925, kept its design clean and simple, with brass accents reminiscent of phone lines. 21C Museum Hotel in Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville's 21C Museum Hotel took 5 19th-century tobacco and bourbon warehouses to create a boutique hotel that also features more than 9,000 square feet of exhibition space, which has curated exhibitions and site-specific installations. It's listed on the National Register of Historic Places, and features original floorboards and exposed brick walls. As in homage to its former tenants, its restaurant has a selection of over 100 Kentucky bourbons. Bellmen Villa San Michele in Florence, Italy. This small luxury hotel, which sits just outside of Florence, was a 15th-century monastery in its previous life. It stays true to its roots thanks to rich gardens and lush grounds, arched ceilings, and serene quiet. Ace Hotel in Los Angeles, California. In 2014, the United Artists Building and Theater became the Ace Hotel. When it opened in 1927, the theater, which was inspired by Spanish Gothic architecture, was the most cutting-edge movie palace of its time. Today, the Luxe Hotel has 182 rooms, each of which is completely unique, and each of which retains some of the building's original elements. The hotel also reopened the stunning theater on the ground floor, vaulted ceilings, stone spires, murals, chandeliers and all, which continues to play movies as well as host events. The Kimpton Cardinal Hotel in Salem, Winston, North Carolina. This building was once R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company's headquarters. Nowadays, its first 6 floors are home to the Kimpton Cardinal Hotel, a stylish boutique hotel, and the Catherine Bar and Brasserie, a restaurant named after Reynolds' wife. Remnants of the building's former life are apparent in the form of murals and gold-leaf gilded millwork. Built in 1929, the building was once one of the country's foremost examples of Art Deco architecture. In fact, it was designed by the same architects who went on to design the Empire State Building. Liberty Hotel in Boston, Massachusetts. Boston's Liberty Hotel is inside the old Charles Street Jail, which was built in 1851 and housed inmates until 1990. After a $150 million restoration in 1991, it has become one of the city's most iconic hotels. Original cell bars and doors that are scattered across the hotel, as well as bar and restaurant names like Clink and Alibi, remind you of the hotel's former life. Quinta Real Zacatecas in Zacatecas, Mexico. Quinta Real Zacatecas is a hotel that combines history, adventure, and luxury. The 49-room hotel was built around the 17th century San Pedro bullfighting ring, which explains its round plaza. Despite its old inspiration, the hotel is fit with modern amenities,